Hey guys, Dan here with Dan's In-Body Experience. I just got through editing this video and getting ready to throw it out there. I went down to Carter's Caves this past weekend, checking out the caverns. I've already put a couple vlogs on there about leading up to this cavern experience. The X caves we're going to check out. There's a bunch of different caves down there you can check out. It's pretty cool. I just checked out the X caves because I was so late getting there. Anyhow, toward the end of this video, I'm going to say I'm not going to edit this video because there's too, I give you this big spiel and then I run out of film. I run out of room for the film. So please forgive me. You need to go down and check it out yourself, really, because I can't do that place justice just by showing it to you on film. Anyhow, hope you guys join me for this journey we're doing. Let's roll.
Alright, so when we first go in here, you're going to have to duck just a little bit for the tour. People will hang out, get some pics and lockets. Yeah, you're locked. Watch your head, dude. Watch your head. Alright. Alright. So,
crazy.
Careful. Yeah, I like being up
It's
close.
it is,
The other
it's
one, you don't get this close to the stuff.
Well, I'm not going to duck nowhere. Look out! I think it feels good in here.
most of what you're going to really want to see will be on your right. Please don't disturb the little spider here.
Don't disturb the
Make
spider.
sure you look.
Don't step on
right here in this area. There's got a lot of neat little stuff here.
That light's too.
That's how low it is in here.
Alright, so we're coming down these steps. Be careful. Look on the ceiling. You're going to see a row of formations. That's important. That's what helps make X cave a Veil's cave. And when you get down here, there's going to be a large formation on the floor. After you pass that large formation on the floor, you want to make sure and look to your right. And you're going to see some other things. You're going to see bumpy things. You're going to see little miniature pools of water. And you're going to see nothing but a lot of ice cream. So, you're going to see sharp, small things, round, small, bumpy things.
If you've never been caving, it's pretty cool. I've been caving a few times. It's really neat. There's some more caves around the country I'd like to check out that's not super far away. I'd like to check out Ruby Falls and the Lost Sea. Is that there? I'm not sure. I think it. I'd like to check out it if it's not the same thing. I think it's different. But okay. Like I said, been to Forbidden Caverns in Tennessee, right out of Cedarville. It's really neat too. And I plan on going to Christmas Caves in Minford, Ohio. It's actually a white gravel quarry. It's like caves, but it's not these kind of ragged ones. It's just like hollowed out and they got Christmas scenes in it. It's pretty neat. Beautiful.
It's hard to look up and then watch where you're going to.
It's like a big monster. Oh. I'm sliding good here, guys. Follow behind. What did that fell? Looky there. It fell from right there. See it? That has fallen. Could you imagine? Falling your head? Getting cooler as we go down here.
Oh, not bad though.
No, it still beats outside.
Oh. Today wasn't too bad after about 12
I was saying, the first thing in the morning was pretty tough though, wasn't it?
Check this out, it's real pretty from here.
Oh, wow.
3, 4, 5. Am I missing somebody? Oh, okay. There's 6 of us. I thought there were
What are we
7.
looking at? What's up there, guys?
So,
Just the formations, right? Not the back check.
yeah. So, well, that's pretty cool from this vantage point. You get to see.
We'll sneak in behind you if you don't care.
All right. So we're here at the X of X cave. You're literally at the X. This is Lake 1, Lake 3. This is Lake 2 and 4. So you are here at the X. This is a natural X right here.
Each branch is a X.
And so, yeah.
I didn't know why they call it X cave.
Yes. Now you know. You're right here at it.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's amazing right there, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to go over the cave formation process, and I help kind of give you kind of what that is made of. So let's talk about cave forming first. So this area would have been at or below the water table at one time. Water coming in here under pressure. This wouldn't have been this tall at one time on this side. It'd been more tall, like this height on this side at first. And so water coming in under pressure, and you probably had to, we kind of had to S every once in a while through. Water under pressure, cutting, eroding, pushing, and just tearing away and doing its job, what the water under pressure does to this limestone rock. That's what these caves are made of on this park, is limestone. So then that water table drops, giving us the cave. So when you came through, you saw that cave, small cave inside of a cave, that little cave home area like. Well, that's called anastomosis in a cave. So cave inside of a cave is called anastomosis. It would have been made at the beginning of the cave while the cave was being made. And then these little sections right here, you see how this scoops right here? You got another scoop, and you've got some scooping, and it's going to be all along the walls. That's called scalloping in a cave. That would have also been made during the beginning of the cave while the water is here. So then that water table drops. We get a forest that begins to grow. So we start accumulating a lot of leaves. Now we're not talking leaves in 2017. We're talking about a virgin forest back in 1000 AD. We've got a forest, and that starts rotting, and that becomes a compost pile, and that puts off a lot of carbon dioxide as it's rotting. So water comes into the air, picks up some carbon dioxide when it goes through the air. When that water leaches through that compost pile, it picks all that extra carbon dioxide up and makes a carbonic acid. Is what it does. Limestone is susceptible to that acid, and it starts solutionizing the limestone. So how many of you all noticed those row of formations on the ceiling? I kind of told you to check that on the row, right in a row, weren't they? There's none on the left or the right, none on the left or the right. Well, that's a fracture in limestone rock, a crack. So that carbonic acid solution starts solutionizing the limestone. And then all these on the park are solution caves. You've got volcanic caves, ocean caves, ice caves, and all these on the park are solution caves. So that carbonic acid starts solutionizing the limestone. Then that solution, that limestone solution starts coming through that fracture. When it hits the cave atmosphere, it loses some of that carbon dioxide out of that solution, and it can't keep a hold of the solution, those minerals anymore, because it's not as strong. Then it leaves some on the ceiling. And that's how you get stalactites. And that's our first speleothem formation. And so stalactites. And then as the water just slowly drips off those stalactites, and that's how you get stalagmites. There's usually some minerals left. So that's how you get a stalactite and a stalagmite. And when those two finally grow together over time, it's called a column in a cave. And you saw some small ones along with that anastomosis. And then, So, and then there was a small section, how many people noticed the miniature pools of water? It was just a section that looked like a little pool of water, another pool, another pool, okay? That's called rimstone in a cave. That's another speleothem formation that happens after the cave is formed. And then how many maybe saw some small sections that kind of look like melted vanilla ice cream? That's called flowstone in a cave, another speleothem formation. And if you looked really close, you probably saw some really miniature icicle-looking like things in that anastomosis. Those are called soda straws in the cave because water's going through the middle of it, and they can get really long. They're not long here, but they can get really long, and they'll never get any bigger in circumference. They'll stay about the same size as McDonald's soda straw, and that's why they call them soda
What about the
straws.
round holes, the little round holes you see?
I was going to come back, when we come back through this lane, I'll answer that.
Okay.
Yes, it's because something, I'll get to that in just a minute, so, but I'll answer that when we come back through. And so those are soda straws. So that's all happening on this side of the cave. And so that row of stalactites you saw on the ceiling, and that solution, so instead of having more water come in here and push and shove and make it wider, that fractured and made that carbonic acid solution come in and cut this cave, because it's still solutionized as it come in. And so that's what made this a Bedos cave, instead of making it open and wide like Cascade Cave. So, all right, so now kind of touch just a little bit more, but not fully yet when we come back here. So lakes 1 and 2 is what we call live, lakes 3 and 4 are dead. When we
Really?
come back through lake 3, we'll talk about it more, and then I'll be able to name some more things. So, all right, let's dig in.
Careful, babe. I'm slow.
Like 42 or 3 in here. Did you know that?
You have already seen this, and
I want to take
I've
a picture.
already named it. This just happens to be the longest section of it on this park. So, this is Flowstone. This is that Flowstone. Flowstone.
It's awesome.
Bumpy stuff. The bumpy stuff, you're going to see it all over the cave. You've already seen it as well. This you're just a little bit closer to it, and I can show you a little bit better. That's called cave popcorn. And if it's kind of prickly, like right in here, that would be called cave coral. So,
Look, that's what it looks like, coral.
yeah.
Awesome.
So this right here is a column. You can see the cave popcorn on it, cave coral. But that in and out motion, it's on the bottom of this formation. So that's called some flowstone as well. But that in and out section, it doesn't look like it, but it's called cave drapery because when it's mature cave drapery, it looks like drapes in a bay window. And so, but that's called cave drapery. So.
You guys went into the, which cave did you go to? That was the name? You went-
Cascade.
Cascade. Is it pretty cool?
Come on in
It's a
here,
long
kind
one.
of get this little section
It is,
here
or this
to look
one?
at, just to check it out.
This is a short one.
Oh, is it? It's
Yeah,
45
but it's
minutes.
pretty.
So it's longer than 45 minutes,
This
huh?
is part of the tour. The lights are just out. And I have expressed to them that the lights are out. But they haven't put lights in them yet. So this is called a dome in the cave. You can't see it from the top. Nothing intersects it. So this just goes straight up and it does not reach the surface. So that's called a dome.
Has
in
anybody
the
been
cave.
up there?
Pardon?
Has anybody been up there?
Yeah, there's lights up in there. There's
People?
cool.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess so. Dumb question, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool. Huh?
No, this area was extremely active at one time.
Oh,
You'll just
it's
look
awesome.
around, there's air, all kinds of stuff. This is just a beautiful little area. There's another small dome here.
I will say
Just a
this
look.
one's a lot,
See,
yeah.
So you're
It's
so
a smaller
when you-
tour, but now
when you
you
said
see
that, you
so
would-
much more.
when you answered the Cascade was better.
I didn't say better,
No,
it's
but
long.
It's longer, yeah. And
But
so,
this is awesome,
yeah,
what you see
this
in
is, yeah,
here.
so I kind of, yeah.
It don't have near the sculpture and the,
Mhm.
yeah, it's awesome.
Now this right here, this is the largest column on this part.
Oh, wow.
So you've got, of course, a stalactite, and you got a stalagmite, and they have finally met in the middle. So you've got the largest column on this part. This is a better example of cave drapery, it's starting to get longer. So. Right here, some more of that. Anybody want to take a guess at it?
ice cream.
Right? It's the Flowstone in the park, so it's Flowstone. But this right here is live, and I know it's live because of the steps. See the milky color on the steps? They're gray up through here. There's milky right there. So that carbonic acid solution process is still happening. And so that's why I kind of just expressed not to touch anything was like that. I realize there's not water on it, but you know it's live by the steps. So be careful going up these steps. Don't hit your head on the popcorn there. It will cut you. Then when we get to the top of the steps, you may have to do a little balancing act, but if you got to brace yourself against the cave, please do it. That section isn't growing, so, and I don't want you falling either.
This is going to be a long vlog, guys, but I hate to skip any of it because it is just. I don't think I'm going to do much cutting on this video, so you might want to watch this in pieces. Or maybe I'll put it on, you know, part of it one day, part of it another day, because I don't want to edit it. Look at that. That's popcorn right here, right? Popcorn on this one here. Yeah. Wow. It's crazy beautiful.
I gotta touch what I gotta touch. Oh, yeah. Oh, wrong way.
Can you imagine colored lights in here? How beautiful that'd be. Ruby Falls. I've never been there, but it looks like I'd like to go there sometime.
It's just, you get a different view from up here.
Oh, wow.
Just a real pretty, real nice area right there.
I just got dripped on.
There's your cave drapery.
Creepy
Much
as
better example. To the
Like
top
snakes.
left, so. And
He looks like he's barely hanging on, don't they?
all those, the drapery.
Yeah, it's neat. I just can't go how amazing that is.
It is really cool. I
It's
agree.
amazing.
I agree. This section right here, someone kind of mentioned it kind of looks like an organ. Well, that's what it's called. This is actually called the pipe organ here in X Cave. So you can see popcorn on it, drapery, there'd be some flowstone on it as well, and in it and what it's made of. But many years ago during tours, they would hit on the ends of these drapes and they actually make a tone. And so while being trained, the naturalist did it for me so I could know that it does make a tone. I'm just not, you know, telling you a story. And so, but it does, but they don't do it anymore. It's just, things are just, they break off, it's just not conducive, so. See the spider in there?
Yeah.
You have to point at, yeah. Yeah, I had a kid.
Is he big?
Pretty good size. Oh, yeah, it's right there.
I'll get him.
Wake.
I don't think he's bleeding.
All right. We will head out. We'll head out. That's a little.
There's a bat in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there.
Where are you guys seeing
Up
that?
there on the ceiling. He's got the light on.
Get your picture. Move on.
Look, it's how around they won't move.
A little tiny one, okay. All right. Is he moving?
He moved just a little. It's because I got this light on his face.
No.
You can go ahead.
Get that light out of my eyes type of deal, right?
One time in the time I had the duck.
I forgot about this one. Watch your head, dude.
Whoa, look at that.
Is there another one?
Oh, wow.
No,
What's up?
I was just looking all the way up.
Oh.
That's pretty cool. I was about to be up in there.
Oh, that is amazing, isn't it?
Just like that.
It's like what?
Just like the power.
Alright guys, thanks again for joining me, and simple as that. And this vlog is done.